Okay, so ready or not, here we go. Oh boy. So I don't know. Well, what's the best thing about Switzerland?
I missed that. Sorry.
What is the best thing about Switzerland?
I don't know. What is the best thing about Switzerland?
I don't know, but the flag is a big plus.
That's very good.
It was like it was the very first joke that popped up on the best jokes in the world fucking thing, but obviously
jokes in the world.
obviously they were lying. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Underground Sound, episode number 42. That's right. And just wanted to take a look at my notes right here real quick. And thank you for joining us. I am DJ X Tech. With me, as always, are two gentlemen, Carlos Fandango and Smart Monkey. Together, we are putting the us back in the music.
So please do like, subscribe, and share, and we'll find the music that you love to hear.
And of course, don't forget to click on the little bell ding right there, because if you do click on the bell icon, you'll get all the notifications on whenever Tom uploads any new Underground Sound videos. I knew he said movies. Otherwise,
videos.
Movies. Not quite movies. We'll leave it at videos. More, it's a visual podcast we can see, right? So
I was just thinking as well, it's number 42, of course, is the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
That's right. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. 42. 42
or it's the bus that takes you down to the local store.
Well, okay. In your neck of the woods, probably. I get that. So big thank you and special shout out to our show sponsor for episode number 42. Once again, Nathan Brashear of Monsters Are Real. Thank you, brother Nathan, for sponsoring the show yet again. Nathan's always been a very big help in keeping this thing going here. And thank you to all the fans out there for spreading the love and leaving us your comments and sharing the show. We really, really appreciate it. And give us like it and everything like that. So we can't thank you enough for joining in, and for the steady fans that are here, for all the new folks that are here. Please do visit the video description below. You will find the links to all of these fantastic musicians that we will be reviewing today, and please do check out our back catalog of our episodes, and maybe check out episode 41. That was there were some pretty funny parts in there. Nathan Brashear had said that we did not have a future in comedy, and I wholeheartedly disagree with him. I think we're going to lean towards comedy if the show doesn't make it the way.
I don't know. I don't know if we do, but Ferrero certainly does.
Ferrero absolutely does. Yes. So if you're familiar with our star message, it usually happens just after our break. I think it was after track number 7.
We did it differently last week. I think we left it till late, didn't we?
We left it till a little bit we came back from break, we did a song, and I think maybe after that song, either after song 6 or after song 7 is where you'll find some of Ferrero's best work to date. So check that one out.
Not for kids.
No. It might be a good idea to keep children away from this show, just in general. So,
despite the puppets, keep the kids away.
Yes. It gets a little bit racy at times. I think in England you said it gets a little bit dodgy.
Dodgy would be a good word. Yes.
It gets a bit dodgy after a while. So,
iffy's another one.
Iffy.
Iffy, yeah.
Oh,
iffy,
dodgy. We say iffy here too. So.
Do you?
Yeah, absolutely. So if anyone watching actually lives in Florida, well, I mean, you all know it. We're going through hell here with this heat. Apparently, everyone's going through hell in England with the heat too. The gentleman here, we're kind of flapping away because our ears are kind of sweating, and it's just the heat is actually brutal for the start of the summer, and it's not even like official summer yet. So looking forward to that, I guess. And let's see. Whew. On with the show. We do have to kind of streamline this today. We're going to try to make it quick. Maybe talk like the Micro Machines Man or something like that. Here we go. Track number 1, Svain, California. CarlosFandango, what do you have to say about this one?
Oh my goodness, you caught me on the hop. Okay, so California, Svain we had last week with our last track, Hello. And hello. Basically, Svain, I'm just logging into the slaps.com now. Actually, it just logged me up. So, what do we know? So this one's called California. It says, please close the window because these years keep getting colder, which is one of the lines in the song, the main line. Now streaming everywhere. What have people said about this? Let's have a look now. Oh, no, I don't agree with that. So I'm not even going to say that.
Yeah.
Well, it says needs work. Let's collab.
I was just going to say, let's leave the comments out of it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, off we go.
There we go. Svain did make our, I think both of our top 3 lists, right? As far as Hollow was concerned.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, I think it did. Yeah.
So Hollow was a really good song last week on episode number 41. Let's check out California by Svain. So let's check it out.
Sound like Ben Shapiro.
Oh, I highly doubt that. I think Ferrero might sound more like Ben Shapiro. So.
I was about to say you sounded like Ferrero.
All right, let's check it out.
Every day is all the same. I wanna run away and I wanna change my name. It's getting way too cold. Makes the days seem like they're long. Time passes me and the years to go by. Sometimes I lay awake to feel like I'm alive. Never thought I'd let it go. As soon as the rain decided to freeze into snow. Please close the window because these years keep getting colder. Feel like I've always had these winter blues. I wanna go somewhere warm like California. Maybe someday I can be somewhere warmer I can leave these windows open. Sunny days, they feel so good. Step outside and feel the moment. Palm trees, midnight breeze, that's exactly what I need. A little change can go a long way. Please close the window because these years keep getting colder. Feel like I've always had these winter blues. I wanna go somewhere warm like California. Maybe someday I can be somewhere warmer I can leave. Please close the window because these years keep getting colder. Feel like I've always had these winter blues. I wanna go somewhere warm like California. Maybe someday I can be somewhere warmer I can leave these windows open.
That That one was California by Svain. And Smart Monkey, take the comments away, sir.
Hello. Very good. The end. No, let's go a little bit more. Let's not streamline it that much. Yeah, really nice feel. Nice opening track. Always like the openers, don't we? So this one had a really nice laid back feel to it. I'm going to say this, and then these guys are going to probably laugh at me, but the very intro of the chill guitar reminded me a little bit of Coldplay. But that's where it ends. It then moves on into some totally different. It has got that kind of surfy feel to it, that you kind of, that chilled surfy feel again. Love the line, palm trees, midnight breeze is exactly what I need. You almost feel the warmth of the air on your skin as you're like just envisioning that line. That one line just does so much. And the production quality in this track is bang on. It's really, really good. Svain's vocals, really good, warm, clear, mellow. There's a lot to like about this track. So, yeah, really good opener.
Definitely a good opener. I don't know what that one comment was about, needs work, but Carlos Fandango.
Yeah, I don't think it does need work. Funny enough, I'm just looking through those comments. Now, they're all saying things like nice, vibey, dope, all that kind of thing. 1, 2, 3 words maximum. I put an essay like I normally do, like really pick it. By the way, all those comments have had replies and saying thanks, great, lovely. Yeah, from Svain. And mine haven't had any responses at all. What's going on there? So it's really odd. But my comments were along the lines of that it reminds me of sort of modern day, kind of alluding to California on my mind. James Taylor wanted to be somewhere warmer, but yeah, the warmer climates. But I think this is a comment. Social lyrics are fantastic, and it's like a social commentary on the fact that we're turning off electricity to save money because of the right. Won't get political, but the rising cost of electricity and so forth, all that kind of stuff, and the climate hysteria that we're currently experiencing, obviously, and it's coming from a lot of that side of the country in America. Therefore, the colder places are having to move to the hotter places. So it's quite an interesting interesting idea, and I love the vibe of this whole thing. The feel is good. Nice chorus, memorable. It took me 2 or 3 listens to really get into it. Now I love the song. Yeah, really, really grown on me. But I think this guy's a talent. Good songwriter, one to watch. I think there'll be much more to come from him.
Svain is definitely one to watch. It definitely does draw on that. I was reading one comment on there that had to do with exactly what Carlos was just saying, is that it's, close the window because the energy costs are going up and it's costing people more and more money, and basically Svain had replied, "You nailed it" to that one. So I'm a big fan of songs that tell a story. This one definitely tells a story. There's much logic behind it, and it's a very well thought out song. I think Svain's vocals are really good. The comment that I had left is I really love this kind of like echo delay kind of like thing that you got going on, in portions of the lyrics. And I love the guitar in there because it sounds kind of like raspy. It sounds kind of twangy. It's just like a different effect that's going on with the guitar there. But overall, the song is very nicely produced. Nice kind of like, kind of like slower paced ballad type of song, but with kind of like a groovy, definitely Californian kind of feel to it. So this would be cool. Just kind of like we've talked about it before, maybe driving in the car and, if you have the top down, if you have a convertible, for example, or just your windows open if you don't, and just kind of like really just vibing out to the song, having a nice drive on the, along the countryside or whatever. It's very calming, very relaxing. So nothing but love for Svain so far. We, top-notch song last week, top-notch show opener this week. So good job. And song number 2, Gabby, Thoughts at Breakfast. Carl?
Yeah, we have Gabby. Is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I can't say Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania without thinking of the old song, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, whatever it was. But basically, yes, 20-year-old indie pop rap artist from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So, yeah, influences in. Sorry, I'm just trying to go through at a good pace tonight. I'm conscious of the time we're up against it tonight. So, like Ed Sheehan, I think she means Sheeran, Doja Cat, Rihanna, Ariana Grande, Kid Cudi, Miley Cyrus, and many more. This one's called Thoughts of Breakfast. It says, this track is a representation of my ever-changing mind and how my brain can do nothing except sit and ponder on every thought I've ever had, especially in the mornings. Now, if you're a bit like that, I mean, my Susie, my girlfriend, has basically, she takes a couple of hours to wake up, a few cups of tea, and then she's there. I'm just buzzing all the time as soon as I wake up, and that's really annoying to a lot of people. So see if you can relate to this. I certainly can.
I can relate to you being annoying. That's one.
Well, I'm like this all day. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Gabby, thoughts at breakfast? Short and sweet. 1 minute 39 seconds. Let's check it out.
With myself, I had been waiting for, seeing the star constellations. Everything's nothing now. I'm bored, so bored. What's all of this for? I gave up, I gave up, I gave up enough. I forgive, I forget, I regret, I forgive, I forget, I regret. I've been bent on the subject, falling deep into your ocean eyes. Your mind is the object. I'm trying to get inside.
Okay, that was Thoughts at Breakfast by Gabby, also available on Spotify right there. Let's do a mismatch here. So, Carlos Fandango.
I'm a mismatch. So, okay, not much to go on there. It sounds like very much a sample track or work in progress of a track, or maybe a track that segues into something else. But it's a nice sound. It's good production. I think she's got a fairly natural vocal style, and although the style of singing was laid back, I think she's actually, within her voice, you can hear there's potential to be very expressive. So I think she could actually have a potentially very commercial sounding voice, an appealing voice, radio friendly, and if she hits on the right kind of song, a really good modern style ballad, I think that could really convey to a lot of listeners. And I'll be keen to hear what else Gabby comes up with. So yeah, not a lot to go on, but actually it shows a lot of promise and potential considering she's 20 years old.
Agree so far, Mr. Smart Monkey.
Yeah, similar really. So, it's another chill track, which is nice. We've got a couple of chill tracks back to back. What I did notice was that I thought it's well produced, really good production quality again. But what was really quite interesting is, okay, Gabby's voice is right there, and it's the star of the track. But just listen to some of those other sort of incidental sounds that are going through this track. They are very well placed, and it's a very well thought out little track. I really enjoyed it. My biggest gripe is it's too short. It's a sampler or something, just as you're getting into it, it dissolves away. And I felt a little bit shortchanged, if I was honest, because it is a nice track and it has a lot of potential. So yeah, I'd love to hear the more extended version. I really enjoyed it. Other than that, I think it's very clever. Actually, there's some really nice layers going on in there.
I'm wondering. Let me take a look on Spotify here real quick. And no, it's 1 minute and 39 seconds on Spotify as well.
Is it? Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'm pretty I'm pretty much at the same point that the Smart Monkey's at, which I feel that it's short. I feel it did feel like a sampler. It did feel like it cut off like in the middle. We could definitely had another verse on this one for sure. So yeah, I'm just gonna say vocal stylings. I gotta say very very similarly, kind of like reminds me a bit of Leah Simmons, and I don't want to butcher the name, Dolores O'Riordan. From the Cranberries, the original Cranberries group from the 90s. She definitely had, she definitely hit that kind of timbre. Gabby did, where it kind of like sounded like it almost took like a Zombies kind of feel to it.
Yeah, I had exactly those in my head as well. She's a little bit more restrained in that, but a more of a chilled version of her. But definitely, I got that as well.
She definitely hit it a couple of times, right?
Yeah.
So so great voice, and I mean, nice chill vibe track for sure. But I mean, I totally understand why the comments are short, which are chill, nice, cool, things of that nature. So yeah, I'm just gonna say good luck to you, Gabby. Looking forward to hearing more from you. Hopefully an extended version sometime. So we shall move on to our first edition of the Purple Bowl of Destiny.
Indeed, we have the Purple Bowl. I'll be nice and quick, so I'll swish it around. Pick one when you say as quick as you like us, and I won't look at all. And we'll change.
Yeah, go. Let's not
just get on with it. Why don't you?
So, okay, let's see what comes up on this one. It's classical.
Oh, we haven't had this one in a long time.
We really haven't. So while you're looking that up, I'll whiz through a couple of these. So these were the.
It's a fantastic 10-minute classical track.
Yeah, universally challenged. Okay, so these were answers. These are real quiz contestant show answers, and these were from the weakest link in the UK. So, which beverage has varieties including latte and mocha? Milk. What C is a wine drunk on special occasions? Chardonnay. Not champagne, of course. What fruit is used to produce the spirit brandy? Coconut. Which hot drink is EAT an anagram of? Hot chocolate. Which product had an advertising ban imposed on it in 1999? Marmalade? That's weird. These are strange ones, aren't they?
I want to come back to that Chardonnay one. I think there's nothing the matter with that. On special occasions, we drink Chardonnay. What's the champagne? Well, I mean, what is the champagne thing?
Yeah. Well, social embarrassment there, I think.
Oh, for that.
Which Cluedo character has a military rank? Colonel Sanders.
Curl sitters, I love it.
Great, aren't they? Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, one more. Sorry. There are three states of matter: solid, liquid, and what? Jelly. Over to you, Tom. Oh, I've got my microphone.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that's bad, isn't it? I haven't got my microphone prepared.
So,
back to you, Tom, in the studio.
Thank you. Yes. So we do have a song prepared, and it's 14 minutes long. I'm just kidding. 1 minute 49 seconds. Believe it or not. So wow, we go from one short one to another short one. Here we go. Boy, that just sounded wrong all around, didn't it? Go from one short one to another short one. Okay. Let's see. So the name of the act here is Scoreblend. The name of the song is Strings of Love. As you can see, it is the newest song in the classical section here. And let's take a moment here to get to know Mikhailo Hlus just a little bit better, if we can. This looks like, well, is that Lviv? Is that going to be? Yeah, it is in the Ukraine, for crying out loud. It says under here. So, composer and music producer from the Ukraine. goes classical and electronic. Nothing listed as influences. Strange, just classical and electronic. Pretty high click-through ratio, comment-to-track ratio, I should say. Joined on April 30th of 2023, so brand new to slaps of this year. Once again, the name of the song is called Strings of Love by Scoreblend. Let's check it out. I'm going to say the Purple Bowl earning its keep for the last few shows. Oh, we have the owl. All right. The owl.
Yeah, the owl's joining us. Yeah, the owl's joining us. And it's the owl of. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, he's gone all steampunk, by the way. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, little bit of a nod there. Owl of approval, I think. It's a nice, short and sweet track. Nice little composition. On the plus side, it sounds a bit like a sort of BBC sort of nature documentary thing where maybe the camera's soaring over the sea following an albatross or something, that kind of thing. So I think he's got promise for further compositions. He's certainly got the right ingredients there on the key and the mode being used and the scale being used. So I think quite uplifting. The one thing I would say is there was a bit of sort of on the cans tonight was a bit of sub bass sort of rumbling here and there during the song. So I think maybe that could be something to address. Just I don't know if it's on there on the actual thing, but it was just like a rumbling thing without being a sound effect. It was a rumble due to some sort of sub bass frequency in there somewhere. Not sure. Might be worth addressing.
There we go. Yep. To me, to me, it sounded pretty okay. So, I kind of like the fact that the sub bass was in there. Really did a nice electronic feel to it. So, Smart Monkey was just kind of like.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's when we hear these tracks through that bass doesn't come through. Actually, I suspect that it sounds really rich and really quite filling actually when you listen to the proper track. And actually I did sort of put it onto my other speakers and it sounded quite good, to be honest. It's all about that dancing piano, isn't it? That dancing piano has that very classical element to it, but at the same time he's got almost this trailer music feel because you've got these these drums that build and crash back down again, so you've got this very dramatic feel whilst at the same time these lovely little dancing piano bits. So it's a really nice track, and I get what Carl said that, you could see it on a nature program, or you could see it on some kind of like a documentary of some sort. It has very much a TV film track feel to it. So, yeah, I think, this isn't bad and has a lot of potential. My only comment would be to go a little bit longer on it, but there we go.
I'd say go a little bit longer. I totally get Carlos's point to the nature track, and what I wrote down is like maybe a romantic movie. The romance scene starts where they didn't know they love each other, now they know that they love each other, and boom, and we go on, or a very kind of like
naughty, yeah.
Not that type of movie, that type of romance, so yeah, but also like kind of like an empowering movie, right? Like the underdog finally wins the big fight and everything like that, something like Rocky style and everything like that. I think that would be a great track to throw in there. I personally feel it was very well produced. I did like the electronic elements into the classical music. Always makes a hell of a difference, in my opinion, with it. But the classical bit of it wouldn't be bad just by itself. The piano wouldn't be bad just by itself, also, right? So, nicely done. Going to be looking forward to more from there. So, on to our regular scheduled track number 4, Tommy's Keys, Walking on Tokyo. Carlos Fandango and Al, tell us about this song.
Right, so you're sticking with us for a little bit, Al, as soon as you've made the effort to dress up, sort of. So Tommy's Keys, let's say, maybe you sit down for a minute. Tommy's Keys.
That'd be where he's going, poor thing.
Tommy's Keys. Right, what do we know about Tommy's Keys? He's from Italia. So, from Italy, in case you didn't know what Italia was. Hi, I'm Tommy's Keys, an Italian.
Yeah, you had to. He said it with the accent too. I don't think anyone missed it.
So, songwriter, arranger, and beat maker. I like Italian movie soundtracks. Oh, cool! Like all the what's the style? There's a style of film, isn't there? It'll come to me. But he likes
spaghetti western.
No, I'm thinking of this. It's not Cornetto. It's not. It's like a film like Cornetto, but it's not Cornetto. It's like a film genre. Gelato films. It's actually called Gelato, I think. I might have that wrong. Gelato, something like that. Anyway, so influences include Hans Zimmer, John Williams, Miles Davis, Ennio Morricone, King Crimson, Pink Floyd, Jimmy Smith, Keith Jarrett's a bit of jazz in there as well, all sorts, and ones that I haven't heard of. Bad, not good. This one was this particular track was Walking on Tokyo, so all about his trip to Japan between Tokyo, Osaka, and other beautiful cities. I had written some melodies. Now they will form an EP called Japan Dreams.
Japan Dreams, with comments like "This is wow, lit and magic." We must check this song out. So, Tommy's Keys, Walking on Tokyo. Let's check it out. All right, walking on Tokyo Tommy's keys. Let's see here. Let's go with Carlos Fandango because I saw that Al made a comeback.
Yeah, Al was just whispering into my ear. Right, so comments include, well, Al's comment actually was pretty much hitting the nail on the head, I think, which was, as far as Al's concerned, it's the closest thing to describing the whole sound of this is Moby does 70s jazz lounge music. So got the kind of sort of 90s Moby sort of feel with the beats. It could go onto a chill out compilation. I've heard songs like this on chill out compilations. It's a bit like I mentioned last week about the KPM 1000 series of theme tunes and songs and tracks for commercial use, and it's a bit like that really. So there's potential commercial application and viability to it. Draws together lots of variety and elements of combining sounds, and it's busy, but it's kind of laid back sort of busy, sort of, with all the sort of jazz tinges in there. So I think overall I quite like that one. It's just a bit different as well. So overall I think we're sort of in agreement that it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's one that if it was on a chill out playlist and it's relaxed sort of summer vibes and stuff, you probably wouldn't flick past it. You'd probably just have it on in the background. Nice.
Sure, if you say so. Smart Monkey.
Steampunk Ferrero here.
Oh,
he's
what?
He's got steampunk look as well going on. That's amazing, man. How did you know it's steampunk night? He's kind of fabricated it from his headphones.
I can see that, yeah.
Very clever.
Very clever, yeah.
I'm glad you're whispering as well, because normally your language is terrible.
He's gone back to whispering.
Yeah, he has. He's going to take that off because it's just going to break him. So, we thought, didn't we? It's now me and him. We thought very much a kind of modern contemporary jazz, didn't we, Ferrero? Yes, we did. And Ferrero, he's actually quite intellectual, and there's times where you're out of shot, mate. There are times. Who's laughing? There are times where Ferrero likes to study. He often sits down. He likes a good book and likes to study. And he found this very therapeutic in an odd way because it is kind of jazzy as well. But he found himself able to study quite well. What's that, Ferrero? Yeah. He said that he found himself able to take in a lot more stuff. It's bloody fucking amazing. All right, that's it. Ferrero. Sorry about that. He found it very good, very intellectual, and he likes literacy, and he enjoyed it. He thought it was really good for learning literacy.
Maybe that's what I'm missing because I'm a fucking idiot. Because I'm not a fan. I gotta say, listen, it was really busy. It kind of seemed like it switched from one song to another song to a third song. They kind of we listened to an entire album in 4 minutes, honestly, or an EP for that matter. 4 1-minute songs is basically where we were at. So, I hate to be harsh. I really do. I do hate to be harsh. It's just it didn't hit my ear correctly. And to Carl's point, as to if you heard this on a chill out playlist, that you wouldn't skip past it. Well, I would. Sorry. I know. It's Tommy. It's a horrible thing for me to say. I know, but I'm sorry. It's just that certain songs just don't sit with me. This happened to be one of them. I'll have to listen to some more of Tommy's stuff just to make up for these comments here. But
I don't mind it. I thought it was quite a clever bit of lo-fi jazz. If I was taking the frog out of the comedy picture of it, I thought it was quite a clever bit of lo-fi jazz. So yeah, not too bad, but maybe tiny bit chaotic in places, but it was quite clever in some ways.
I do think it was more than just a tiny bit chaotic. That's my thing with it. Is it really? I mean, we went from kind of low compression on the bass, really kind of high compression on the bass, right? It's once again, it sounded like you were listening to 4 different tracks, all at the same time.
Yeah,
that's all I got. Sorry about that.
Right. Time for the Al to shove off. Off you go.
Yeah, go on, Al. Did Al pick that one? Go on.
Al did actually. Al does like a bit of jazz. I've got to say, a bit of a jazz Al.
A bit of a jazz.
When I think about it, I mean, we're just saying about this thing where you're talking. You've got a frog and you're whispering frog, and how far we've come. We were mentioning this earlier before we started the show, but I was just thinking the sound was off, and I'm sort of doing this, getting the owl to whisper in my ear with these blooming goggles, and I'm thinking, where did it all go wrong? What's going on here? It's very strange.
I'm gonna have to look at some of the older episodes and try to find try to pinpoint.
I think I know what it was. I think I
just took the off ramp, because
I think I know what it was. I think one of the three of us influenced the way this went.
I think Ferrero. Yeah. I mean, you're criticising the fact that I can hear Ferrero even though I've got headphones on, but he speaks in quite a high pitch frequency. It gets in under here.
I see.
And go on. He's got quite a beautiful voice, actually, oddly enough, haven't you?
Voice. It's quite beautiful. Ladies love me.
See?
Quite beautiful indeed. Is the other frequency like something that only monkeys can hear?
It's that, but up a few decibels. He's very clever. Not decibels, that's not the word, but he's very clever. And it just gets in under here and just tickles your earbuds.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure he sounds
while you tickle his insides.
super romantic. As Smart Monkey tickles his insides, it tickles Smart Monkey's eardrums. Oh my god. I can't believe I'm allowing this to happen. My god. Moving on to song number 5, we got Paul Kimble with American Dreams.
Oh, American Dreams. Yes, Paul Kimble. You may recall. So firstly, Paul Kimble's been a Fandango's fave. We did have a track of his as well, didn't we? I think my Fandango's fave was Elodie's Way, one of those, wasn't it? It was, but this one's called American Dreams. It doesn't have much of a description, but I can tell you the comments from this one. Yeah, great job. This is so good. Beautiful song. Beautiful song again. With the voice and high notes. Vocals are gorgeous. Bel brano. Is this country? No, I wouldn't say it's country. Bravo. Great vibe. So it's all those kind of things, great chords. Now he uses very often, Paul Kimble uses a drop D. Oh, sorry, that was a cat just jumping down from the bookshelf. It surprised me a bit there. But Paul uses drop D tuning very often, and that gives a nice sort of deep tone to the guitar. So, see what you think. I think this one's pretty good.
All right. Cats scaring the crap out of everybody. Aside, let's check out Paul Kimble with American Dream. I do recall very much so Elodie's Way, and that was a fantastic song. So I'm looking forward to hearing what Paul has to offer this time around. Let's check it out.
Exceptional fiction recalling attention, divided by thoughtful demands, suspended restriction and troubled addiction, suggestive of some master plan, incessant expression and futile demands have broken apart at the seams. Dreams, the folding of time and melancholy lines have partnered to put you at ease. I wash through the windings of esoteric findings. The shadow of dread takes the key. Neglected and broken and sorted and framed, the crudeness of youth paints the sea. While America dreams. Suspended in time, our illusions decline from daily abuse. Unbounded anger and frequent rewinds. Beautiful chaos included the downtime. Unity shattered the crusher of dreams. I'm coming apart at the seams.
You know what? I think we may as well just end the show on that one. Carlos Fandango.
Oh, should I have made that the last one?
Hmm.
Right. Okay. So with this one, I think this might be a Pistol Star track because Paul Kimble, I think, is the bass guitarist and singer in Pistol Star as well as a solo artist as Paul Kimble. But nevertheless, yeah, his vocals are distinctive and he adds nice layered harmonies. The backing vocals are lovely. It's quite a sparse arrangement, and so it does then everything's gravitates towards the vocals in that. The vocals and the lyrics in this case. But despite the sparse arrangement, there's actually quite a lot of depth in the song and in the sound, the way it's produced, and then suddenly it kind of explodes towards the end section. The final section, you're on the home straight, and then that harmonica, the solo harmonica with heavy distortion on it, and you don't sort of hear much of that kind of thing these days. You used to hear it a lot. Led Zeppelin would do it, and a few other of those sort of originally blues-based bands and things, and the Stones. But there's something also quite Pink Floydian about it. It might be the backing vocals, might be the sort of epic feel about it. But again, if music be the food of love, then it's quite Epicurean as well. Over to you.
No idea what that last part meant. Smart monkey.
Yeah, so we've got another laid back, chill track. So we've got a bit of a theme going on the show here. Now, one of the other tracks that I want to compare it to is one of his earlier ones, which was Vanish, that we heard on one of the shows. And
that's right.
You've got this very specific style that's going through in Paul's music. He has this feel and this vibe about him that just really sort of takes from all the retro things and then brings almost a contemporary element of his own to it. And certainly his vocals, they add that consistency to it. Production, excellent, really good sounding track, lovely sounding track, solid production, guitar work, brilliant. Those vocals again, we've got that very consistent feel that we know when we hear Paul's songs. And then this one's so well constructed, you know, it just progresses along and it builds itself up into this epic ending that, to me, as Carl said, you know, it's got that very Pink Floydian, that's a good word, isn't it? Pink Floydian ending. It's building up into this kind of very epic retro feeling ending, and you know, it's a solid track. It's very well crafted, very well done. So yeah, good.
Very, very well done indeed. Yeah, I wrote down like 4 kind of like bullet points. Bullet points were going to be voice, arrangement, guitar, and production. Okay, and production is top notch, guitar is top notch, the arrangement, the voice is top notch. Is really, really a good song. We're sorry that you missed it, Rookie. We'll get to you in a second here.
I was going to say, why don't you ask Ephraim, what does he think of the song?
Yeah, well,
it was amazing.
It was amazing. Yes,
That's great.
Very, very good. Very good.
So I totally get your point about this having like this Pink Floyd vibe to it, because you know this was one of the ones where it kind of like really did kind of like, you know, have me melting in my chair a bit and everything, right? So, but I also picked up on a little bit of 90s. I was thinking like in the beginning, like if you can imagine Pearl Jam, Eddie Vedder, right? Imagine Eddie Vedder's voice going, and you would definitely have like kind of like a Pearl Jam song, a very, very ballady type song, which would be really cool. So to the other point with the comment that we had talked about before we started playing the song, where the question was, is this country? And I would say no, of course not. But can I see Johnny Cash performing to this? Absolutely. You know, so I honestly do. Yeah, I think that this has the best of both worlds. It's a really, really great piece of music. I like it. I like Paul. I like you know, Pistol Star going on here. Name of the band, I'm pretty sure. America Dreams was the name of that song. It is in Spotify as well. So please, folks, do visit the video description below. Check out the links to all these fantastic artists that we've been reviewing today. And well, this is just about break time, but let's do this. We're going to introduce our good friend Ephraim, otherwise known as Rookie Rogers, going to help us out with playing Call My Bluff yet again, and then we'll take the break right after that. So, Carlos Fandango, over to you, sir.
So, in the interest of speeding up the time, ding, 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 ding. So, the scores on the doors so far on our wonderful cassette player tally up to show 41 last week. Tom's on 3. Audience, represented by Rookie Rogers, is on 4. Well done, audience. And Smart Monkey Rob, it's on 1. What's going on? Tell us, Rob, what's going on here?
Ferrero. I get Ferrero in here.
Yeah, get Ferrero. He might give you some help there.
What's going on then, Ferrero? What's going on here?
It's bullshit.
Right. I agree with Ferrero.
Is it because you're losing, Ferrero?
It's got nothing to do with the fact we're losing. We're not sore losers, are we?
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
Right. Excellent. So, without further ado, we just do the whole. Do you want to do the 3 rounds like we did last week? Just
Yeah, let's do the same thing. Sure.
so. First word is zinky. 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 Is it A, an adjective describing something that contains zinc? Is it B, very large, zinky? Or is it C, brightly colored? So is zinky A, an adjective describing something that contains zinc, B, very large, or C, brightly colored? Any thoughts?
May I please have the words origin?
They never tell you, but
do you have a year when this
no,
word?
they don't say it. It just says a word and a description.
Yeah, I'm going to go with brightly colored.
Okay, brightly colored then. For Tom, brightly colored. C. Rob and Ferrero.
Apparently, it's the name of Ferrero's girlfriend.
Is
Is that an option?
Well, if she's very large, then yeah.
That's the one then.
Wait.
That's the one.
Is that what you're going for, B?
Yeah, that's the one.
I don't want to steer you, but yeah, okay. And Ephraim, Rookie Rogers, what do you think?
Can you use it in a sentence?
You can use it in
That
whatever
would-
sentence you want. I
If
guess.
you would use it in a sentence for me, I think that would help me a lot. I'm going to say it's full of zinc.
Okay, you're going for A, right?
Yeah, you can add a Y to the end of any word, and it makes
Right.
that same effect.
But zinc
pretty
is
sure
spelled C-I-N-C.
Well, based on that
Oh,
pure logic,
hey.
I can tell you it's A. Zinky is an adjective
Wait,
describing
but-
something that contains zinc. That's
But
one.
is
So
it
Ricky
full?
Rogers,
Is it full of zinc? Like the same thing that's in zinc oxide, or is it a different zinc?
zinc. This is zinc, the metal, zinc.
But you got it right though.
Yeah,
Zinc.
you got it right.
C-I-N-C. Zinc.
So zinky. So second word, Daltonism. So D-A-L-T-O-N-I-S-M. So Daltonism, as in Timothy Daltonism, for
Yeah.
instance.
Whatever option is colorblind people.
Right, so A, wonder if everyone's going to go for the same one now. A, the belief that owners of industries that are nationalized should be compensated for their loss, coined by Nye Bevan from the name of politician Hugh Dalton. B, the disappearance of gills in the evolution of amphibian animals, like Ferrero. Or C, colorblindness. So is Daltonism A, the belief that owners of industries are the belief that owners of industries that are nationalized should be compensated for their loss, coined by Nye Bevan from the same name of the politician Hugh Dalton. B, the disappearance of gills in the evolution of amphibian animals. Or C, colorblindness. What do you reckon?
I'm gonna have to be like Rookie here, and can you please use it in a sentence?
Well, that would give it away, wouldn't it, potentially?
Well, I think I already
You can
did.
use any word in any sentence, can't you?
I
can't.
think I already gave it away. It's C.
C, colorblindness you're going for. Rookie, Rob.
Rookie Rob.
Rookie Rogers.
Rookie Rob.
Well, because we just don't like to go and pick the same answer that someone else has given, even though they're very, very intellectual and very bright, as has been proven on the show, we're going to take the stupid option, as has been proven on the show, and we're going to go with B. I think. Say B again to me because it sounded lovely.
Disappearance of gills in the evolution of amphibian.
Yeah, we're going for B. Look, he's
You've got to
getting
go.
really excited. He hadn't had gills for ages.
Got no girlfriend.
Wah,
So,
wah, wah.
So, sorry about that.
No gills.
You ain't got no girlfriend.
You ain't got no gills.
Oh my goodness!
So, Rookie Rogers, what do you say? Are you gonna go A, B, or C?
I'm gonna go with Uncle Tom over there. Yeah.
So if he just had it, didn't he? He just was right
I have
there.
no
before
idea
the
what that
answers
word
came
means.
out.
Right, I can tell you the answer is colorblindness. So that was C. So Tom's got 1 at this stage. Rob's got 0 at this stage, and audience, you've got 2 through Rocky Rogers. He's representing you very well here. And here's the clincher. So this could decide it or be putting us into tiebreak territory. Phasm. So P-H-A-S-M. Phasm. Is it A, an appearance by a ghost? B, a 17th century term for an extraordinary event such as a meteor or comet? Sorry. Or C, the thin membrane that covers the eardrum. So is a phasm A, an appearance by a ghost? B, a 17th century term for an extraordinary event such as a meteor or comet? Or C, the thin membrane that covers the eardrum. What do you think?
Thank you, Carlos. I'm going to go with A.
You're going with A, ghost. Phasm. Right. So what? Just mix up.
Just based on the fact that it's called ectoplasm. Is all I'm really... I have no idea about
what's called ectoplasm.
Don't worry about it.
Is that what you call it?
You know, so
So, Rookie Rogers, what do you think?
Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna go with A also because it sounds kind of ghostly.
And what about you, Rob?
What was B again?
B was a 17th century term for an extraordinary event such as a meteor or comet.
That one.
Hey,
B.
you nailed it.
B.
Carl.
Rob's
Good
Rob's
job.
just- yeah, Rob's
Good
just
job.
not gonna agree with anything, are you?
I think that was a test, man.
Right. Phasm, I can tell you, is B, a 17th century term for an extraordinary event. So Rob does get a point there, but it's all to
Wow.
no avail because Ephraim already had 2 points to Tom's 1 and Rob's 1. And Ephraim, on behalf of the audience, Rookie Rogers, you have put the audience onto 5 in the series now.
Yes.
are the
2 weeks.
champion. You.
You're all very welcome.
For 2 weeks running now, Rookie Rogers has been the champion on behalf of the audience. Audience, you're now on 5 in the series. Tom, you're on 3. Rob, you're on 1.
Yeah, we're doing all right. We're there for the stupid ones.
I mean, if we are to go up to episode 45, you actually can't catch the lead now. So we better go on to the end of the year just to give it.
Yeah, disqualify him at that point. No, yeah, we definitely have to go on to the end of the year.
If not eternity.
Yeah, no, I never would have guessed that. Phasm definitely had the ghostly feel to it. Yeah,
I think
Yep.
because you're probably thinking of Phantasm.
Phantasm.
Yep.
No, I didn't. Listen, I know what I was thinking in my mind. It just sounded right for crying out loud.
We know what you're thinking in your mind as well.
Yeah, ectoplasm. Phasm
Yeah.
rhymes
All
with
right.
something.
Or phasm.
Without further ado, we shall leave you be and head on to our very short break today. We are trying to streamline this thing going on forward, and I can't believe that we've been actually recording for like an hour and a half already. For crying out loud! Here we go. We're going to do the classic pen swipe. Start here. Right about there. Go.
I can feel the pressure building up inside my chest. It's a cycle, wait for me to break it. Wait for me to break it. I keep the door and shake it, but I can feel it breaking down. And if we can't get out, I don't think that we're gonna make it. Just wait for me to break it. I put it down, pick it up, then I think about it. The way I'm shaking makes me think that I can't live without it. Don't think I can live without it. They don't want you to think they just want everything they said was mine to take. I hate everything you say. I put these knuckles through your teeth and make them break. Wait, you said to wait. Yes, I Wait for me to break it. Wait for me to break it. You traded something for the thing that we lost. You got the payout, but it came at a cost. You traded something for the thing that we lost. You got the payout, but it came at a cost.
It's like really uncomfortable silence.
I'm just wondering if so.
We're all just in shock.
Shock.
That was intense, wasn't it?
Was
So
it?
that was you singing it
Yes.
because I've only heard you sing pretty much your I've heard your instrumentals and I've heard you sing, doing your rap stuff. But I've not heard you sing.
Yeah, I mean that was more yelling. There's a lot of yelling,
I love that.
but
I loved it.
there's like a 2 or 3 note range in there. Somebody might consider singing.
I'll tell you what it took me back to was and this is an album that people
Wait, hold on.
probably-
Are you gonna say when the singer of Judas Priest came out as homosexual? Yes, that's what I was going for. And just in case that's what you were gonna say.
No, but oddly enough, and this isn't offensive, but I'm going to say Moby, and most people go, Moby? Fuck off. No way, Moby. But you ever heard Animal Rights, the album?
Yeah.
Animal Rights. I fucking love that album, and it's
Hell
so
yeah.
underrated and overlooked, where Moby was at his rawest. And it took me back to that. I absolutely love that
it's awesome.
rawness. I loved it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
It's
Thanks,
like
dude.
that versus it's like that with a combo of Linkin Park.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Awesome.
Lincoln Park. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I gotta say for your screaming, your self-admitted screaming, and your 3 notes that you can hit and everything like that, right? I gotta say you sound remarkably like James Hetfield, and this really kind of like this rings Metallica for me, some kind of monster, Saint Anger, we're kind of like
Hey.
that realm, you know what I mean? So I think honestly, this is one of the better pieces of kind of like heavy metal music that I've heard in a really long time, man. It's
Hey,
good.
thanks, man.
I like
I
it.
really enjoyed it.
I like it, yeah.
Raw. Loved it.
It is seriously. I mean,
Well, Actually, I wanted to say though, I say it's raw. It isn't actually what you've got going on instrumentally, and there's some really clever shit going on in that track with some of the way you've got the effects going on all of the guitars, and it's
A lot of detail, yeah.
it's
A lot of
some
detail.
really, really clever stuff going on there.
Yeah,
And that's
thanks.
why I was bringing in the Linkin Park. Obviously, you've got the shouty, ragey sort of lyrics and the break, and that reminded me of like Chester. But you've got those clever little effects that take the rock and the punky elements and then fuck around with them a little bit. So they're doing odd, weird reverbs and phaser effects, and they're taking what is a raw guitar and they're twisting it into raw rock electronic, though it's electronic rock, and I fucking love that. So yeah,
this
Good on you.
this probably could be akin to something that you probably hear from Marilyn Manson, 9 Inch Nails, somewhere around there. Also, I'd have to assume, right? So I'm obviously not talking about Metallica's Black Album or Load or Reload or anything like that, right? Because those kind of like it's not like it's like soft heavy metal, you know what I mean? But definitely.
Sure.
When you're talking about like Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All, and then you kind of had that break where they did kind of like get a little bit softer, but then you went back to the garage sessions, and then Saint Anger and all that kind of stuff, right? So you're definitely beyond that middle portion. You're either on this side or on this side of it, because it's definitely like way heavier. It's definitely, I gotta say, Metallica back in its heyday all the way for me, and it's just
hell yeah.
it sounded really cool. And like I said, just the way that you're screaming, your voice really just I was I've said it a couple of times on the show with a couple of different songs, but if Carl had sent this to me until he told me here's the new Metallica song, and I'm listening to it, I'm thinking James Hetfield all the way with the
Hell yeah.
vocals.
Thank you, man.
So yeah, you're doing a really good job there, brother.
Yeah, thanks,
Well,
dude. That's awesome.
the detail in it. It's interesting where you've placed things, the panning, the playing was really precise as well, particularly that end section where it's it's the silence in between as well. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Let me interrupt for a second. Is this actually you playing the instruments, or are you kind of like
So this is
virtual instruments?
I played everything other than the drums. The drums I programmed. I just play them on a keyboard.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
ahead.
everything else. Yeah, I played all the things, sang all the things.
Yeah, but you can pick up that rawness. Again, that's why I go back to Animal Rights and Moby. And when I say rawness, you can feel that it's a properly played and sung with emotion track. And then you go and you do this really clever crafting to bring it more contemporary. And it just shines. It shines. It's very clever. I like that.
It is really
Oh yeah, thanks, man.
Sorry.
Imagine
Didn't
playing
mean
drums
to
in on the
interrupt you,
keyboard
Carl.
rather than programming them. Imagine playing them in, especially that end bit.
Yeah. Well, so like I gotta go. I'll go through and I'll map out my kick and snare, and then I'll go through and I'll do all my toms, and then I'll go through and do hi hats and cymbals. And you feel like such a dork because you're trying to make a heavy song, and you're like hunched over a little keyboard, and you're
Like you're playing Daley
heavy.
Thompson's decathlon.
Yeah.
Watch me live.
This is heavy as balls, guys. Just wait. You're just tinking on some little things, you know. It's weird. It's weird.
I used to love Daley Thompson's decathlon.
Yeah. Just watch me. Sorry, I've gone and
Long jump and you just got over the line.
Mhm.
Oh, all that effort. But I think it's really good. It's precision. There's a lot of precision in it. I like that. That's good. There's a lot of attention to detail.
Precision and speed, apparently. So
Thrashy, dude. Punk rock, man.
it's the hurdle one.
groovy.
Yeah. No, if you guys ever get into making like second wave punk rock music, just think to yourself, how fast can I play this? And then the answer is always as fast as you can. And there you go. That's rock and roll, man. That's punk rock.
All right. Congratulations to our good friend Ricky Rogers on that song right there.
Thanks, dude.
I got to say, hit all the way. Hit. It definitely, fires and thumbs up. Please do visit the video description below. Find links to find the song. Eventually, you'll have this on Spotify or something. So we'll add the links at that point. Moving on to our regular scheduled track number 6. I do recognize this band very well. RasKahl International with Don't Stop, Carlos Fandango.
There haven't been many comments on this one as far as I can see, but from 25 plays on slaps.com, they've had 4 saves, and it's called Don't Stop, and it's a song for the youth. Not many comments apart from like it, nice, and whatever I've written as well, which was solid. Well, I've said a few things, but solid song, distinct band sound. And I think this is the thing with RasKahl International. They've definitely got a sort of retro Bob Marley in the Wailers style vibe going on, meets maybe UB40, but yeah, there's a certain vibe of their music, and I don't know if this one's quite up to Murderation that we heard before, but I think Don't Stop is not far off it, and it's a good song, so worth hearing. And as we're approaching this lovely hot summer weather, got to have a bit of reggae.
Is it lovely though?
Over here, well, it is really. We don't get enough of it.
You need to spend more time in the UK, Tom.
I think Ricky has the best because usually California has the kind of like least temperate climate in the country, but here it's just been, man, I mean, we've been at 91, 92, 93 degrees already, and once again, summer has not officially kicked off yet, right? So I don't think it's all that great, but hopefully this song is that great. RasKahl International with Don't Stop. Let's check it out.
Now, waiting to pluck the flower right before it gets them now, ready to chop it down, right before it plants down its roots. But don't bully you them down. Nurture the spirit, give it a chance to try. And when they're going bad, lead them gently to the right track. And when they're going good, encourage them to strive higher. I said, but don't stop the children. Give them a chance to grow now. Don't you know the children are our future? Oh, yes. But I can see them now, ready to reap the crop, right before it gets a chance to bear fruit. And I can see them now, waiting and salivating, yes. Can't wait to pull the youth them down. But don't pull the youth them down. Nurture the spirit, give it a chance to strive. And when they're going bad, lead them gently to the right track. And when they're going good, encourage them to strive higher. I said, but don't stop the children. Give them a chance to grow now. Don't you know the children are our future? Oh, yes, yes. But don't stop the children. Give them a chance to grow now. Don't you know the children are our future? But don't you stop the children. Give them a chance to grow now. Don't you know the children are our future? Oh, yes. Whoa, wow.
I said, yep. Okay, there we go. Okay. RasKahl International with Don't Stop, a song for the youth. Mr. Rookie Rogers.
Man, I love that song. That was badass. I was in high school. I loved Rocksteady. Like, it was my favorite. And those guys nailed it. Two things I really liked. One, I heard, they were simple, but they were cool harmonies. That was more than just your two-part generic harmony, you know? So, like, gang vocals, it's a bunch of people singing together. I love hearing that in any kind of songs. And then instrumentation, all of that stuff sounded real. Every instrument I could hear, and it sounded like the actual thing. Sometimes, especially in Rocksteady, everything gets so produced that you're like, hey, this sounds cool, but it sounds like a computer. That stuff, like that whole thing, I just wanted to be there and jam with those guys. If you guys are ever around the greater Temecula, California area, please let me know so I can come jam with y'all.
Yeah, somewhere in California, Temecula, California. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Mr. Smart Monkey.
I thought you were singing a song of your own.
I was having a bit of a stuttering problem for a second.
No, I got to agree. I mean, this is just a really tight band, and when you listen to their other tracks as well, and you listen to the consistency of what they're producing, they are, there would be a band that you would be following, and no matter where they went, you would go and listen to them because, they are getting that reggae, that Jamaican reggae kind of feel to their music, and it's really good. I have to admit, maybe not quite as solid as Murderation, but then, why would every track always sound exactly like the other one? That wouldn't be, there's no variation then. And this one has a little bit more of a mellow vibe. But and lyrically, when they sing their songs, again, we're comparing them to like Bob Marley and pretty much any one of the Marleys. They've got that very sort of strong feel to their songs and their lyrics, and RasKahl International have that same feel about them. It really has meaning, and I really enjoy it. Every time I hear a track of theirs, I really enjoy it. So yeah, good solid track.
Yeah, I gotta say, Murderation. Carlos had mentioned that it's maybe not up to par with Murderation, but Carlos Fandango.
Not far off though, and it's just another good solid song. I bet they'd be a really good live band to see. There's something about them, as we're saying, it's a sort of live feel recording, but they sound tight and they sound together and they sound like they're enjoying it, and it's coming across in the music. I like the features in their songs. So, for instance, like this one's got a nice dan dan drum stop, don't stop the children, dan dan. So lovely little features. These stop-start features are very good and always draw people's attention to songs. And the xylophone, which is probably more like the vibraphone, although it's with not much of the vibration going on, but it feels like a vibraphone more than a xylophone. But love the detail in that. I would love to hear a bit more of the vibraphone in there, because I was sort of yearning to hear more of it. I love that instrument anyway. So, but I was trying to think, they've really developed a good sound. So whatever song they do, it does sound like them. So whatever it is, whether it's the band sound or it's the vocalist has got quite a distinctive sound about his voice. So I don't know, and maybe it's, as Rookie said, it's the harmonies, but there's something about them that is definitely, they've captured a nice sound. So I'd say carry on doing what you're doing, write your songs, keep writing good songs, and there's no reason why they shouldn't become really popular, certainly with the reggae circles, if not bigger circles indeed. But keep do the live gigs, do the touring, because that's how it's going to really take off for you, I think.
Absolutely, and add more vibration for Carlos Fandango. So I just wrote down that this song is really hip, right? And God, I so want to see this band live. Like especially like what I got going on now, right? Families in town. It's 6 people, including me, in my apartment. We've been to the beach, we've been to the mall. I'd love to go out to the beach to have dinner tonight and for this band to be playing, because that would just be absolutely fucking fantastic. It would just absolutely be just a very lovely time. We had another song, I believe, on the last episode or the episode before that, which had to do with anti-bullying kind of campaign. I noticed that these lyrics tended to match those, which is let the children be, don't stop the children, and everything. And I mean, it really had a positive message to it. So there's a nice story to it as well, right? And a long time ago, somebody told me, and I probably mentioned this on the show once or twice before, is that a guitar solo doesn't need to be fast to be good. And this one, absolutely, a nice example to that, where it had a very mellow guitar solo, but it really just kind of like melted you, like the Jello answer in the what was it? What was the name of that damn game?
Come on, Open University thingy.
That book that you have, which is like.
Oh, sorry, Universally Challenged.
Universally Challenged. So yeah, it kind of like made you melt a little bit like Jello, and just like you were really just like into the song, and you were just flowing with it, and just wherever the song took you is pretty much like where you were going. So I got to say that really awesome work. I'm really looking forward to hearing more from RasKahl International in the future. Great job.
You got me wondering now. You've got me wondering just how many members there are to this band, because it's not uncommon.
There's got to be a very collective mix.
Hey, this is either like one dude and his grandma or 12 people.
Exactly.
Right.
It's not unusual to have quite a big group of members on a band like this. So yeah, we'll have to ask them to tell us how many are in their band.
I'm just looking on YouTube. It looks like at least possibly 6 there. I can see a keyboard player down there, a guitarist. I'm looking on YouTube. I've sent you the link. That song, Don't Stop, is performed live at the Bagot Inn by RasKahl International.
Ooh.
It's a live performance. I've emailed the link to it.
Oh,
and
nice. Have to watch
guy
it.
on keyboard, guy on the bass, guy on the guitar, who's the lead singer, drums, possibly somebody in the background doing some percussion, and somebody over to the left side doing more guitar work. So, yeah,
Whoa.
probably a 6-piece band.
That's amazing.
I'm making an editing note right now to possibly add the live video instead of the song. I'll have to make that determination after I watch the live video. But again, this is a live band, so maybe the live video will end up here. Although that song in its pure form is really, really good too. So agreeing with all the gentlemen is that the song is very neat, tidy, and very well packed together. You could tell that they just vibe with each other. They seriously do. They know what they're doing, right? This entire group. They're meshing. They're really doing something really, really awesome here. So good job. And regularly scheduled track number 7, Johnson Forest with Notre Dame. Carlos Fandango.
Yeah, Johnson Forest. From Sulphur, Louisiana, USA. Louisiana-based indie folk for toe tapping and sad times. New single is called Tennessee, but this one's called Notre Dame. Influences include Bon Iver, Old Crow Medicine Show, Mumford & Sons, Iron and Wine, and the Lumineers, among others. It says this particular track was the first single. This is one song from my upcoming EP. Let me know what you think if you're interested in more chill, folksy vibes. So it's a chill, folksy vibe. It's listed as folk, and some people have said very well mixed and beautiful song. So see what you think.
Here we go. Notre Dame by Johnson Forest, available on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and YouTube as well. 51 plays, 2 saves, 96 fires. I posted 1 month ago on Slaps here. Let's check it out.
Stained glass histories, stone-colored memories. How far we go, how far we can see. A priest composed liturgies, while a wimpled nun rolls down her sleeves. How much we know, how high we can be. I've seen a million faces, and I've sang a million songs to these stone-carved places in the walls. With tired eyes I keep on looking home. I've seen a million faces, and I've sang a million songs, but these songs go on and on. Oh, these songs go on and on. I hear an angel speak to me, whisper a prayer or melody. No eye has seen, no hearer believes. but these songs go on and on. Oh, these songs go on and on.
Hold on one second, please. Yeah, I mistimed my pee again, so I knock on the door. I had to go pee. I had to go do a couple of things here, so I'm back. So
Mistimed and misaimed.
what?
Mistimed and misaimed. You.
Yes. No. Fucking Smart Monkey didn't disappear again at the same time, did he? People are going to raise questions.
I was here the whole time.
So let me.
Mind you, I went.
You guys are all roommates. You guys all live together.
Yeah, really.
I'm the only one with a different background.
Special.
This is suspicious.
The special effects galore. Mr. Rookie Rogers, tell me about this song.
I liked it. I thought it was a really cool song, very well written. My only critique, which disclaimer or caveat, whatever the proper word is, it might be just over the system that we're using to play the songs back. And if that's the case, sorry, dude. The only thing I didn't like about it was one of the acoustic guitars, either an effect or the way it was recorded, has some sort of noise captured with it. That was just distracting from other cool stuff.
I reckon that's us and the way we listen to it sometimes.
Got it. So yeah, other than there was just like a kind of a white noise on the acoustic guitars that I was hearing. Other than that,
especially when it dies back, the white noise kicks in, doesn't it?
Yep. Yeah. Other than that, like, great song lyrically, really strong idea that carried all the way through. It was cool. I mean, it elicited it moved me emotionally. I don't know how, but some sort of emotion, sadness and stuff like that, which was dope. Next time, maybe make a happier one. If you can make songs that make me feel happy, I'll listen to them every time. But no, I thought it was a great song. I thought he did a really good job.
Okay, Smart Monkey was butting in, so Smart Monkey.
I've got nothing to say. No, I'm only joking. I loved this track. I absolutely loved it. I'm a bit of a fan of this sort of music. So when he lists his influences, you can definitely hear them in there. You've got Bon Iver, you've got the Avett brothers. They're just there. They're prominent in this style of music. And there are other artists that I could list that I love. I could have a playlist of this sort of music. I just love that kind of emotive, that emotive feel they just convey in this, what is effectively a very folky, country, chill vibe track. And like I say, I could just sit there and listen to this stuff over and over. It's so easy on the ears. Needless to say, I'll be adding this onto one of my favorite playlists. I think it's really good.
Good. I think maybe an understatement. Carlos Fandango.
I'm glad you liked it. I wasn't sure with this one because it took me a couple of listens to really get into it, and the more I hear it, the more I like it. So I'm glad you liked it so soon. I think it's a nice, gentle, chilled vibe. Let's say you've had a hard day at work, you get in the car, drive home. This is what you want to hear. This kind of the music, reflective, nice, and chilled out. Detangle your brain, detoxify your mind. So yeah, there's Mumford and Sons, Fleet Foxes, and Old Crow Medicine Show to a degree in there, and as Rob mentioned as well. So, but it's a grower. It's a real grower, and it's a subtle production. It's almost, in fact, in the last section from 3 minutes 30 onwards, there's an almost Daniel Lanois feel to the production when he was working with the likes of YouTube, but particularly with Bob Dylan time out of mind. There's a certain production sound stamp that Daniel Lanois has, and that was almost there actually in that. So I think that's me giving a huge compliment, and I think Johnson Forest has good prospects. I think actually it's another one to watch that is capable of writing some really good songs. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, this is a tough one. It really is. Says kind of like John Denver elements to it. Really does. Smoky Mountains. It's just like, man, it's a very calm, relaxing song, and the lyrics, everything seems like it's very produced like nicely. We have these shows where we stay pretty consistent, right? Either the show is really good from front to end, really bad from front to end. We have a very strong first half, or we have a very strong second half. Right now, we're having an extremely significant second half, and I could feel the plus marks that I've made for the first half kind of like slipping away just a little bit. Overall, I really got to say, just kind of akin also to if you could just imagine this just being the just the guitar and the vocals, then we'd be kind of like akin to oh my god, I forgot his name for a second. It's just like I'm so boggled because I can still hear the chatter from the back of my door. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not.
I get a little bit.
Yeah. Jake Quincy is who I'm thinking about. So it definitely has this folky vibe to it, and it definitely has this kind of like Americana, kind of like country to it also. So very much thoroughly enjoyed that one. And with that, I'm gonna say that Rookie, I'm sorry that we have to put you through this, but gentlemen, we got a postcard.
Oh,
yeah,
a postcard.
Yes.
Wow.
No.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me try to.
That's unusual in this day and age. Okay, interesting.
Isn't it? I'll try to. There we go. So that's Australia, by the way. So
it's beautiful.
Isn't it? It's absolutely fantastic. So we have a postcard from Australia, and it's just
that looks just like Uluru, formerly known as Ayers Rock. It's just like it.
Someone does.
Oh, is that Australia?
It is Australia indeed. And it's just got a poem on it, which reads as follows: Ferrero the frog toad is round, and the owl never utters a sound. While Tom is quite cool, Carl and Rob play the fool. And the music is all underground.
Clever,
Wow.
Clever. I like that. Yeah, good.
Wow. I wonder who wrote that.
This is you now, Rob.
Chime in, Rob. It literally
I'm
says
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm going to ruin it.
That's so great.
Oh, we should have sent the thing to.
That's the first time I've seen the bloody thing. Right. Okay. Yeah. Right.
Wait,
What
did
did we
you
say?
draw the Australia on there also?
Did I what?
Who drew the Australia on there? Or did it come like that?
I don't know. Whoever made the postcard, man.
Yeah. It's not, what do you mean, drew? It's obviously an aerial shot.
Yeah, who created that significantly perfectly detailed rendering of the shape of Australia?
You can
That's
even
what I meant to say.
you can even see that little river right there that nobody
That
knows
is
about.
amazing. Amazing. Is it off Google Maps?
Again, I don't know. I don't know who made it. We just got it in the mail.
Yeah. No, it says
coming-
Google in
coming-
the bottom corner.
Coming next is our underground drawings show where we critique each other's artwork.
So, Ferrero Frog Toad, eh? Ferrero Frog Toad. Who's that from then, Tom?
Oh, it just says Cedric.
Cedric? Who's Cedric?
No idea. That's all it says. Oh, hold on. There's a little sign off that says I should be back home by the time you read this.
Ah, that's all rather strange.
Cedric. Who do you think that is, Ferrero? Oh, it's fucking.
Carl, this is you.
No, it's not me.
It's not. Hold on.
It's Ferrero next.
Back up. Oh, this is a
Yes.
bloody terrible, isn't it? Right. Cut action. Right, here we go. I'll go back in again. I'm going back in. Cedric, who do you think that is, Ferrero? I haven't even learnt his line yet. This is so brilliant that we love this. Hold on, bear with. Right, okay, we're off. Cedric. Cedric? Oh, God. Right, here we go. Action. Cedric? Who do you think that is, Ferrero? Cedric? Cedric? Who the fuck is Cedric?
Well, I am Cedric.
Oh, you're Cedric Stocky.
Oh, God.
It's Stocky, no less, and he's got a tan, apparently.
He has got a tan. Can you see that? Wow.
Oh, I'm crying. Oh man, I caught a tear.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Oh jeez.
Yes, he's got a tan. Look at that. It's amazing.
And he's come all the way from down under.
Yes,
I've come all the way from down under.
I'm dying here. Oh my God.
Oh jeez.
I've come all the way from down under.
What do you think of that, Ferrero?
Well, Cedric can fuck off.
Oh, Cedric, that's your name then, is it? So
I'm
I think
fucking
confounded by that. Absolute, cannot believe what he's heard. Absolute filth. And if you rewound a year, would you have believed actually that? Can you see this tan? I mean, it's this amazing tan. It's made by the fact that I've got the sock with a stocking. If you'd have said to me, Carl, in a year's time, you'll have a puppet that's a sock. You'll be sticking eyes on it. And for a tan, you'll be putting a pair of stockings on your arm. I never believed it.
God.
Ferrero, you are filthy.
Rookie was just like, fuck you guys.
Yes, fucking. Oh my God.
Rookie just dipped. Rookie's like, I'm out of here, man. Oh my God. That could have been the best one yet.
I had not looked at that script at all, and I was like, I don't even know. What the fuck? Oh my God.
Oh dear. I bet he doesn't
I'm glad I didn't read the end before I read the poem, though. I'll tell you that much. Because if I knew where that was going, I would have been fucking cracking up already.
Oh, it was clever, wasn't it? That was very clever, Cedric.
Yes, it was clever.
You've got a bit of a talent with limericks, haven't you?
This was Cedric all the time.
There was a young man from Drumbucket.
No. We're not going to go there.
Oh, my goodness.
Right.
Oh my God.
Right, you better go. Cedric finally found out his name, Cedric. So all the time that I wasn't going in that drawer because you'd said do not disturb. You were in Australia.
Yes, I was.
Oh my God.
Good day, copper.
You've
Or-
learned all the lingo. Wow.
Did he have a UV bed in his drawer and he just got his tan from there?
What, UV bed?
Hmm.
Sorry, what's the UV? Am I being slow?
A UV bed
That's
where
tanning
you lie
Right now, loud man.
and it gives you a tan.
Oh, like a
Have you never,
like a
seen, have you never
sunbed.
seen a tanning bed before?
Yeah, they're normally called sunbeds, aren't they?
Oh, are they?
No, they're usually called tanning beds. Because you get a tan from lying on the bed.
Yeah, but they used to be called sunbeds, didn't they?
And what light do they use?
UV light.
Oh!
I've never heard them call a UV bed.
Oh my god.
You didn't do that, did you?
We're going from
Intended.
we're going from UV bed to this be bad for crying.
This
We
be
could
bad.
do underground sound science show. It'd be fantastic.
Wait, you don't think all my bluff is enough to show people how much of idiots we are? Yeah, let's
do,
do science.
like,
Let's
Science
absolutely let's do a
themed
science.
shows and then introduce our awesome knowledge into it.
That's exactly why we can't do science themed shows.
What's a UV bed? Yeah, we can't do that. Yeah. Right, we're going to say goodnight to Cedric, and I'll try and somehow get this
Yes.
tan off him, peeled off him at some point.
Good night, Cedric. And it's
Good night.
exactly.
Night.
Goodbye.
Wow, that frog, toad.
I should have probably waited until we were past the purple bowl of destiny. It's just because now you got to grab the bowl. So welcome to our second installment of the purple bowl of destiny. After that amazing fan message and that freaking that climactic conclusion to Cedric is
Ferrero's unbelievable. Right, so if you're joining us for the first time mid-show somehow, not like we're live or anything, but and you're that person who's joining us, then enjoy this. This is the random, exciting elements of the show, part 2, and this is where we draw out a category randomly from Slaps. Play the latest track, and you'll get the latest, hot off the press, independent music. So, one of you call it, you say when, and we'll.
you take this one, monkey.
When? Right, let's see what's coming out here. Ooh. Right, what's that? Do you know, we keep getting this one. This one must be bigger or bent or something so that it keeps popping out. But it's punk.
It's just me in it. It's what I pick, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. It's the punk. Well, it was so close because I think one of the ones that fell out was We Choose, and it's Smart Monkey's choice.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Might have gone punk.
You might have gone punk. All
Might have
right.
gone punk.
Well, if we're going punk, we're going punk. Let's do punk.
Let's go punk.
Well,
Where's Rookie? Rookie when we needed punk.
yeah, punk. Right, have you got a joke, Rob?
No?
Oh no!
There we are. That was easy. I don't think I have. Can have a look.
Okay, I'll give you a couple from Family Feud, University Challenged. Oops, is it popular? So, host says, name a bird with a long neck. Contestant says, Naomi Campbell.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Name an animal that's hard to tell what sex it is. An elephant.
That's even
Name
funny the
month-
more you think about it.
Name a month that's also a person's name. January.
No, yeah, I think I know her.
Name something made of wool. Sheep.
Yeah, can't deny that. I almost did a sheep sound then.
Yeah. Just that, yeah. Name a reason for standing up quickly. Being in church.
Like,
Name
get the fuck out of here.
Last couple. Name a road sign that describes your love life. Do not enter.
They're brilliant.
Name a slang name for policeman. Dick.
They are good. So good.
Yeah, they are good. Yeah, I love those.
Well, on that bright note right there, we have Monte Cristo with "It's Not a Race" in the punk category. I didn't listen to it. So I don't
You've turned into Yoda.
Track it is.
Shut up already, man, please. This is okay. From Westchester, Pennsylvania. This could be our second artist today from Pennsylvania. Yeah?
Oh yeah, so it is.
Yeah. So Monte Cristo is a band that started in 2021 in Westchester, Pennsylvania, that plays rock and metal music. A couple of 32 influences it shows here. Owl City, Love and Death, Reliant K, Cutlass, Linkin Park, 3 Days Grace, Saint Sonia, Hawk Nelson, Smile, Empty Soul, amongst others, just naming a few there. This is the newest song in the punk category, posted not but 2 hours ago. 3 plays, 0 saves thus far, 18 fires. Once again, it's not a race. Let's check it out.
One day I was driving, not doing anything wrong, when all of a sudden this guy cut me off, and I got going on a rant and wrote a song, and you could sing along. 1, 2, 3, 4. These days it feels like everybody's gone insane, weaving through traffic and swerving in my lane. The people out here driving like the Fast and the Furious, they need to stop playing and start getting serious. It's not Talladega Nights, you're not Ricky Bobby, you're not Queen Latifah, and this is not Taxi. You're gone in 60 seconds, but you're not Nicolas Cage, so take your hands off the wheel and stop the road rage. Rage, 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 rage. Please don't tailgate, give me some space, it's not a race. Turn off your high beam, show common courtesy, lay off your horn, please. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. It doesn't matter if they drive a car or a truck, they make it pretty clear that they don't give a. Honestly, I want to carry a brick in my car to throw through somebody's window, but that'd be going too far. So I really hope that you get pulled over. The cops are gonna find out if you're not driving sober. I'm just gonna sit back and let God judge you. Gonna let Jesus take the wheel and listen to some tunes. Please don't tailgate, give me some space, it's not a race. Let go of your anger, use your blinker, put down that finger. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Now I'm not a perfect driver, but who gave you a license? Just slow down and have a little patience. If you wanna go fast, take your car to a track. Stop driving like a bat out of hell, sit back and relax. Please don't tailgate, give me some space, it's not a race. Turn off your high beam, show common courtesy, lay off your horn, please. Please don't tailgate, give me some space, it's not a race. Let go of your anger, use your blinker, put down that finger. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
We got to get that scene out there as a.
Oh my
Oh my God, oh my.
That's really funny.
Oh.
God,
I was just saying to Carl, I don't see that. All I'm trying to do is get the fucking lines out. And to see him like come back like that is hilarious. Oh,
that was funny. That was really funny. Oh,
yeah, let me tell you how bad the back of my head was hurting that day. Well, last week. Oh my God! When you're smiling and laughing too much, you have the freaking muscle tighten up. It's like, oh man, just stop.
You can even hear the frustration in my voice at the end where I'm just fucking found this. Let's just get this fucking line out.
and give me hay fever.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, so good.
Oh my God!
Funniest thing. I actually think tonight's message went really well, considering Ephraim, we hadn't given him the heads up that we're doing the messages, and he was sort of chiming in with bits, and that actually worked quite well.
I think what is working quite well is you're making these complicated scripts, and and then it really comes out, and I'm like, oh, what I'm doing.
I'm telling you. If Carl keeps up, then we're gonna have to do 2 episodes of the Underground Sound. One which is just the fucking star message, the other one with the fucking music.
Oh yeah,
I loved it. Yeah, rookie being around definitely added a nice twist to the otherwise unscripted material.
He fucking left though.
Well, he probably pissed himself or something.
Yeah.
He just said he was crying. I think
He just probably said, had such a good time, I'm out of here. Or I want to have nothing to do with you fuckers.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh man.
Well, you can fuck off.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh,
that's fucking brilliant. I hadn't seen that. I was saying I hadn't seen the show yet, and then Cole shared it. Oh my God.
It's good times.
really good.
That's fucking
Oh,
brilliant.
Lord.
Right.
Gonna come too. Come on.
All right.
I love the expression vulva vulgaris. Ugly vagina.
Guys.
Oh God.
It was brilliant when Ferrero came back.
In my mind, I was just get this bloody line over with.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Laughter's very good. Oh. Laughter's very good for the old soul, isn't it?
oh, indeed it is.
It's good, yeah. Doesn't that
Oh
help?
my goodness.
Oh.
We had a good laugh, not with the song that we just listened to, but we were episode 41, especially our message that we had received for episode 41. So please do visit the video description below. You'll find the links to all these fantastic artists that we are reviewing today, and do please just revisit episode 41. If nothing, fast forward to the message. So I can almost guarantee it will not disappoint. So when we left off, we were just wrapping up our Purple Bowl of Destiny choice, and Carlos Fandango, go ahead with your review.
Oh, have we not done the reviews?
Nope.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Well done. Thank you for reminding me. That's good. Bear with me. Get myself set up properly. So, it's an odd track because it's like a sort of punk, but orderly rather than anarchy. born out of frustration as a motorist, and it's like a punk track from the Institute of Advanced Motorists. It's a bit of a sort of live feeling track, like a traffic jam. I didn't notice that there was any middle break or any breakdown, but it was a feel good song. Had a nice contra flow about it. Guitar break was the main driver. So the guitar was the main driver of the song, and really quite fun. Over to you.
You had a lot of time to think through that one, haven't
Wheelie quite fun.
No, it was okay. It was okay track. It wasn't bad, but it was quite an interesting track. It was almost a bit of a Weird Al sort of song again, yeah, because of the nature of the lyrics and things. So a bit comedy, but yeah, all right.
No, smart monkey.
Okay, so it was a bit of a jovial punk song, I think, a bit tongue in cheek, and it reminded me a bit of a small amount of Beastie Boys, just because of the fun attitude and some of the way the vocals were delivered, and then some of the more sort of cheeky punky songs of Bloodhound Gang, where they were, you know, purposely just trying to be like controversial, amusing, and they just delivered it in that kind of way. And I just took a second listen to it just through my speaker setup, and actually it's not bad. I mean, when I heard it through the first time, it was a bit raw, and I was thinking, oh, it's even like a bit home produced. But actually, when you listen to it through the proper speakers, it isn't bad. It isn't a bad job. So I think they just genuinely, tongue in cheek, wanted to throw out a sort of punky song because they're a bit pissed off the driving, and that's what they produced. And yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I don't mind it.
Bit of a gas.
Yeah, a bit of a gas. That's really good. Yeah.
It's all right.
I mean,
Tom's not a fan.
No. I stepped away and thought about it, and you gentlemen know one of my biggest pet peeves is overlaid vocals, but then I'm thinking, well, bullshit, it's a punk track, you know, so maybe it's meant to sound this way, right? I just didn't fancy it, I gotta say, you know. But if they are overlaid vocals, then all that I would say is try to work the vocals into the mix, because the song actually sounds pretty good melody wise. It's just the vocals that were kind of like that were bothering with the for the production standpoint of everything, right? Because the vocals did make sense. I mean, I'm sorry, the lyrics. Bah. I'm getting a little bit tongue-tied at this point of the show here. So the lyrics actually made sense. So the lyrics were nicely done and very well put together. The story was very well put together. I think I would have found something better to sing about other than traffic and tailgaters, but that's just me. But I gotta say, if the vocals are on purpose because it's a punk track, then good on you. However, if this is like, you know, like kind of like we've had a lot of folks that we've talked about like this, where, you know, you've mixed the track first and then you're playing the track and you're singing over the track, that's just really never ever like seriously going to work. So I would definitely think about some construction aspects of putting a track together. So good luck to you in the future. It's pretty much all that I can say from this point. And moving on to track number 9, our regular scheduled track number 9, Lifeline by Jake Thompson. Jake Thompson sounds familiar.
Yet we have not had him on the show, and he's just only been posting recently in the last month. But yes, our track number 9.
Our monkey's angrily waving his finger.
Yeah, well, I agree with you, Tom, on this, and there's something very familiar about this, so I can't quite figure out what it is. But let's hear the track through.
After, of course, we hear Carlos's intro. So
yeah, after we hear.
Yeah.
So Carlos's.
All right, let's go on with
intro.
We're over to the UK now, Leicester in the UK, and he's a singer-songwriter based in Leicester in the UK. And influences include George Ezra, James Bay, Lewis Capaldi, nearly said Peter Capaldi again, Ed Sheeran, Tom Odell, Harry Styles, Passenger, and Otis Redding, among others. Now, this track is called Lifeline, and it says it's track 1 from his EP, Losing Time. Out now on all streaming platforms. Oh, I noticed also that Jake had been featured on the, I forgot what the BBC thing is.
BBC introducing.
Yeah, BBC introducing.
That's maybe why I've heard it.
Young talents, introducing young talents. And I think he's a bit of a young talent. So let's see what you think when you hear the song, because I think he's pretty talented.
Well, I don't watch BBC myself personally.
No, I don't.
Just saying. But yeah, Jake Thompson sounds very familiar to me for whatever reason. But here we go. Jake Thompson with Lifeline. Let's check it out.
Lately my phone has been so silent, 'cause my messages don't get answered from you. Now I know on the outside I put on that faces I don't care, but inside I'm hurting from being away from you. So give me a lifeline so I can make you mine. Give me a lifeline so I can show you what it was supposed to do. My heart is jumping from my chest, 'cause I get nervous when I talk or think about you. So it won't be like how it was for you. One thing I promise is I'm here, it's true. So give me a lifeline so I can make you mine. Give me a lifeline so I can show you what it was supposed. And give me a lifeline so I can make you mine. Give me a lifeline so I can show you what it was supposed to do. So I can show you what it was supposed to do.
That one right there was Lifeline by Jake Thompson, and I swear I've heard that song before. Smart Monkey.
Very similar. You know, when I first heard it, I was like, I've heard this. Where have I heard it? But it may well be that it's if BBC Introducing have played it, then maybe it's on the radio. Well, it says a lot really about it. It is a radio-friendly song. It's very much in the vein of Tom Odell and Ed Sheeran. There's, you know, it's so similar. It is basically a guy and a guitar. You know, it's beautifully sung. It's produced well. You know, it's there's just a lot going for it, you know, and it's very much now. And I really enjoyed it, to be honest. Really did. So yeah, nice track.
I think enjoyable will be the word for the second half of the underground sound here. Carlos Fandango.
So, Jake Thompson, yes, like Rob said, so Smart Monkey said about Ed Sheeran, Tom Odell, yeah, very stylistically with the guitar, singer and guitar type of song. And in that Ed Sheeran vein, a lot of Ed Sheeran's songs are actually very simplistic and simple in their arrangements. There's nothing particularly outstandingly clever about them. They're just solid songs, but very simple songs. Vocally, I would say very Lewis Capaldi in style, in the vocal style. But I actually don't like Lewis Capaldi's voice at all. He really annoys me. But Jake Thompson, I do like. I like his voice because it's just something about it that's more pleasant to the ear. So he's got good range, conveys emotions well, hits the falsettos nicely and effortlessly, really good. Very contemporary in his sound and style. He's very now and of the moment and will definitely connect with people. After the first chorus, I would say, I mean, you know, this is the thing. A lot of the modern ballads have got this sort of, we've mentioned it before, very even keel. That's the song at the start, that's the song at the middle, that's the same song at the end. Personally, I would like to hear, after the first chorus, something new being introduced and the song being developed, just slightly. A little bit of detail, a little bit of nuance, some element in the song. Doesn't need much, just maybe one thing, strings, cello, whatever it might be, but there's something I feel like it needs an extra. That said, you know, it's a great song. He's a talented young writer, talented young singer. I think this guy is on the cusp of something massive.
Could very well be, man. Especially considering he's on BBC Presents, right? So that's the authority in music right there. We're gonna have to steal their title because the underground sound will be eventually the authority in underground music. So I gotta say, stylistically, very much Ed Sheeran. Voice for me, very much Daniel Bedingfield. It really works as what it is. It's a pop track. It's a love track. It's very mellow. It's definitely get down and dirty with your lady, you know, right? So, but no, I feel like this song, once again, very well produced, very clever. I kind of disagree with you on the fact that you said that you don't think that any of Ed Sheeran's stuff is necessarily clever.
I didn't say no. I said a lot of his stuff is quite simplistic and actually very, very pared down and simple in its arrangement. It's not particularly clever a lot of the time.
Right.
Based on simple chords and things like that. Yeah.
Well, chord structures, it's not trying to be too clever a lot of the time. It is solid songwriting. You know, it's not going for a lot of key changes or subtle nuances a lot of the time. That's what I mean. It's not. A lot of his songs are actually a lot more simple and straightforward than you think they are.
Had a bit much of the drink today, have you? Huh?
Get a bit leery, get a bit punchy.
Yeah.
No, but in life in general, I do, like Jordan Peterson, choose my words very carefully and specifically, particularly with music. And with this, you know, I choose words carefully because I've thought about Ed Sheeran's music, and it's often you think, God, that's sort of really simple. But this is the thing. It's like those greatest inventions, like the paperclip. The simplest of things are the hardest ones to think of. And keeping it simple, it's like that, yeah, the Kiss thing, keep it simple, stupid. Really difficult to do. And the same goes for music. There's an element of genius if you can keep it really simple, because it does connect with people more, because it's more base, goes straight to your base emotions.
I get you. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Okay. So keeping up with base emotions, then I got to say that emotionally, this song is very good. Stylistically, the song is very good, and I got to say production wise, the song is done very decently. had this going on the monitors, and I really couldn't like pinpoint a flaw on this. So I gotta say, pretty good song. Contender for the top 3, but we shall see. We got one more song to go, and I'm already kind of like pretty locked in with my choices here, but a little bit of thinking ahead for our regularly scheduled track number 10. QueenB, You Are Not Alone. What's going on, Carl?
So what's going on here? Ah, well, let's go to we've mentioned about going down under earlier. Well, well, stuck you with Australia.
He was making fun of us for that, but
So QueenB is Bella Bukeva from Christchurch in New Zealand, down under. So she loves singing and writing about things that touch her soul. And you're not alone. Now, this has got a nice little backstory to it, which it says, wrote this song for a friend who was terminally ill with cancer. I say nice, it's sad. Terminally ill with cancer. No matter what you're going through, there's at least one person who is out there for you, which means you are not alone. So comments include, this is some crackling blues guitar, really good track, very nicely done. I don't like long intros, but the song is pretty good. Great guitar. There's a few sort of comments and a few, solid track. Cancer sucks. I'm getting tired.
What was that?
Cancer sucks.
Oh,
I said good riff track and driving rhythm, cool solo. So let's see what you think. See if you like it.
Yeah, let's get this away from Carlos Fandango at this point here.
Yeah, my God.
Here we go. QueenB, When You Are Not Alone. Let's check it out.
You're not alone, my friend.
All right, folks, that was our last song of the evening. That was You Are Not Alone by QueenB. Smart Monkey.
Hello. How are you?
Hello.
It's a lovely day, isn't it? Oh no, let's get back on the track. Yeah, okay. So the intro. Really enjoyed the intro. Love the intro. And the guitar work throughout this track is pretty solid, to be fair. I think probably the thing that's not gelling quite well with me is the recording of it. Dare I say it? I feel like maybe it's a like either a recording of a live track or in a bedroom, or there's just something that's just not gelling well with me, and it has the potential to be a pretty good track. The vocals, you know, they weren't sitting well on the mix, probably the best way I could put it. I mean, the vocals were okay, but they're just not being nurtured to the best. And the only thing that I was really thinking that could probably happen here is that you go sit themselves in the studio and they do a proper recording of this, because I just felt it lacked that professional element. Is it a good track? Yeah, it has potential to be a good track. Is it if you're like doing this as a track to promote your band, fine. But if you're doing this as a single that you're hoping to get out there on playlists and that, I just think it's just not quite there in production. So yeah, you know, keep doing what you're doing, but just get it properly mastered and mixed down. That's it for me. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop now.
Okay. Calm down. Carlos Fandango.
With this one, yeah, as Rob says, good intro. Yeah, good for sort of 45 second intro. Riff-based song. Sort of a kind of Lenny Kravitz feel to the riff playing, the guitar playing. Subject with a, you know, it's a tough subject to sing about, but it's good that she's done that, and it's, you know, it's very supportive of her friend. It will connect with people on that level. The vocals aren't what I'd call rock vocals. You know, her style is, there's no gravel in there, you know, and gruffness. However, it kind of works. I think Rob's right. It probably needs to be mixed differently, mixed a bit tighter, perhaps. But I can imagine, you know, her as a vocalist singing Berlin's "Take My Breath Away" quite well. You know, so it's possibly more of a ballady type of vocal type of sound. However, I would say, yeah, if the production's just tightened up a bit, I think it could be, you know, better. It's a good song, but could be better. But odd ending. So a lot of these songs do end in a sort of slightly odd way. And I think just needs more of a proper ending kind of thing. Something. I don't know if that noise cancellation stopped all that, but it's so and that's it. But yeah, it needs just something, a bit of another person's eyes and ears over it and a bit of polish. But a good song all the same. The riff catches the ears, so I'm not displeased with that one. I like it. It's a good show ender, show closer, and yeah, I think she's done quite well there. I look forward to hearing more from QueenB.
Is this going to be the only song by QueenB? Does QueenB have a extensive library going or not? Looks like she's a bit of a performer. I'm looking at the profile now, and she's holding the mic in her hand like she's really, singing this stuff here. You know what I mean? So I did enjoy the song. Could we have trimmed possibly a minute off of this thing? Yeah. But the thing is that, if we're at, like, let's say a cancer awareness of benefits and you have this playing live, then, leave it as is. 4 minutes, good length for a song, really. Guitar solo is pretty good. Again, everything was going pretty well, as both of you have mentioned, for a live track. Of course, in a post-production kind of world, if you're trying to break out into a single and get it this, like on the quote-unquote air, right, then you're going to want to put a little bit of work into this as far as the production quality goes. But it really sounds okay. Now, about the halfway point, when we started to get to the breakdown before the guitar solo kicked in, I really started to think that this sounded a bit like Heart Magic Man, and it kind of really started to give me that nice rocky vibe to it. And I would find this very much enjoyable, once again, if I were sitting there watching this live, right? Because I got to say, I don't necessarily think that I would skip this if it were on a rock playlist. I don't really think that I would skip it. But then again, this wouldn't be on a really rock playlist, would it? It would be more of kind of like a country-ish kind of rock kind of.
You got a soft rock element there, I think.
Yeah. So soft rock, I think works, especially with mentioning, Heart, right? Back, my God, what was that? That was probably like the year I was born, like 70, 77, 76. We got to be somewhere around there with Magic Man, right? But that's a pretty memorable song, and this one I think that people will remember, especially because you have to think that people who have been through or have had family members that have been through cancer will latch on to this song pretty well, So this could be like one of those songs that could become kind of like a just using the word very loosely here, cult favorites, like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, right? Like you really need to be into it. Like the Star Wars, you really need to be into Star Wars. Star Trek, you really need to be into Star Trek. You need to be kind of like it works very much the same, I think, with this song. Nothing personally wrong with this song, like wrong. I just think that, again, production-wise, for a radio edit or a single edit, then we need production on the song. Somebody that has the ear to actually get this thing going. But, of course, at the Underground Sound, we do, of course, wish you the best of luck. Please do visit the video description below. Whether you're a musician, a fan of the music, or whatever the case may be, you stumbled upon the show because you were drunk at 3 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, please do the video description below and find the links to all these musicians, save them to your own playlist, check out their Spotify, share them with your friends, do whatever you can to get the music out there, because once again, we do play stuff here that you're not really typically hearing on the radio, although Jake Johnson may be one of those that we've heard on the radio and we just don't know about it yet, right? So but please do all that, share and get the love out for these musicians, because they are really doing a fantastic and bang up job, every single last one of them, except for the ones that really just kind of like put stuff out there just to like kind of just really mess with you. We've been through about like 1 or 2 of those songs throughout the course of the of this show. So with that said, we shall move on to our honorable mention and our top 3 portion of the show, where we say goodnight to you. So Carlos Fandango, honorable mention and top 3.
Yeah, so I'm going to play within the rules of the game this week and do one single shout out. I think Jake Thompson I'm going to give a big shout out to, because he's an upcoming talent. I mean, whether it's out, as Tom's mentioned before, our top 3s are just our own personal choice of what we would put on a playlist. However, I know that one of the most popular songs and song styles tonight would be Jake Thompson's. song Lifeline. For me, I've got a clear number 3, 2, and 1. And it wasn't the same as it would have been at the start of the evening, because one of them's just growing and growing and growing on me. So I really like Paul Kimble's stuff. Number 3, Pistol Star, America Dreams. Really like that song. It's been nudged into third place by number 2, Johnson Forest, Notre Dame. Really like the one. It's growing on me massively. However, for me, clear winner was Svain with California. There's something about that song that has such a good feel, vibe, atmosphere to it. The lyrics are great. This is an artist with a lot of talent. I liked his song last week. That was my number 1 last week, Hollow. So he can really hit the spot, certainly for me anyway. And I'm so looking forward to hearing more from Svain. Sorry. God, yeah. I wanted to say earlier that Svain in Spain stays mainly on the plane, but I
thought better of it.
I thought better of it, and then said it just now. So, but there's others. I did think of others to say as well. I neglected to say them in the end. I can't remember which one the other one was. The other one was a very corny one. Oh, that's right. It was the Strings of Love. The Purple Bowl of Destiny, on the strings of love. So I just kind of
kind of really threw it through a loop, didn't it?
Yeah, and I couldn't stop thinking about anything but On the Wings of Love, Jeffrey Osborne. So
yeah,
sorry about that. But yes, the Svain in Spain stays mainly on the plane. Couldn't get that out of my head all night.
Second time you said it though.
Yeah.
Like in a bit of a dilemma.
Ooh. Are you in a
His
dilemma?
sweaty ears again.
I do, very much so. I don't know who keeps on doing this. Either people keep on bumping into my thermostat, but it was like 83 degrees in here.
Wow.
So
Nice.
I had to go down there and turn down the thermostat, right? So, okay, my honorable and mention, shout out, whatever the case may be, is going to go to Johnson Forest with Notre Dame. Very, very nicely done song. I mean, it really sticks with you somehow, you know. So I just got to think that's going to be one of those songs that's going to go places. You know, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if John Denver ever woke up and he was like, I'm going to be a fucking superstar. You know what I mean? But it's one of those songs that could potentially make a superstar, right? So I do like that song. It's very enjoyable. It's very mellow. It's very clever. I like it. So my number 3 track will be RasKahl International with Don't Stop.
Good song.
Very enjoyable.
Good choice.
Very enjoyable. Very fun. And really, just because once again I have family here, and I was talking about it before, is, you know, if we're gonna go and we're gonna grill today, we're gonna go into the pool and we're just gonna have family time together. So even if I play this on the radio when we're at the pool, right, or whether we go see them live having dinner at the beach, then this song is going to be very enjoyable, because it definitely has that kind of like temper, kind of like a vacation and good time with family kind of climate to it. So RasKahl International is going to be my number 3 for this week. Number 2 is Carlos Fandango's number 1, Svain with California, because very much a very enjoyable song. Super duper, you know. Again, it's last week with a Hollow was fantastic. This week with California, fantastic again. So you're looking at 2 songs back to back, which have made it into a top 3 for us here. And I got to tell you that you know, we're not, you know, quote unquote professionals, right? Because we've not gone to, as what we were talking about, university. Right, and we've not had the training and everything like that, right? But we've been in the music game for quite some years, and we do have a good ear for this kind of stuff. And really, folks, really the only thing that we're talking about is the stuff that we really kind of like when we're talking about this top 3. So don't ever take that personally as well, please, because as mentioned, we're not professionals. We'll leave it up to the professionals to decide, you know, what gets where. We're just really trying to help these underground artists get their names out there. And so for my number one, does anybody have any guesses?
I know what you're going to go for. You're going to go for Pistol Star, Paul Kimble, America Dreams.
Absolutely. You are dead on, sir. Yes. That song was fantastic. That song was really kind of like the breakthrough song for the for the evening for me. It was love everything about it. Really. I mean, I can't give it enough positive words. I don't believe that there are enough words in the English lexicon to praise this song. It's very good, very clever, very jivey, very vibey, very whatever you can say about the song to give it any kind of like positive annotation. Then that's where I'm going with Pistol Star, Paul Kimble. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a close one for me, actually, between that being my number 2 or Johnson Forest. In fact, yeah, it could have been number 1 quite easily, but it's just that the others are growing on me so much. So, but this one, his songs, I mean, I really love Elodie's Way and Vanish. That was good. So,
yes.
Yeah. So,
I think
I'm comparing them to those.
I think the memory of Elodie's Way, then when this song coming in, it was just, yeah. I don't think that there was a way that I could have passed this up for my number 1. You know, again, it's just very nicely done, very nicely done, very nicely produced. It was great. What can I say? The show was great, for crying out loud.
So, the big one, Smart Monkey.
Okay, so I'm coming back to one point that Tom mentioned, which is, we're not professionals, and we're not. One of the things that I've got as quite positive feedback every time we do our show reviews and we listen to an artist, the feedback that I tend to get is that they love the fact that we've latched onto it on that more listener level, where we're just enjoying it for the pure entertainment vibe that we get from it, and that we got this retrospective sometimes way that we look at a track. And the amount of times that I've got a comment that comes back and said, you totally get my music, and I think that makes me feel proud about what we do and makes me feel relevant, because we all know between us that we have our opinions on this music, and we never want to bring an artist down. We're there to help promote an artist and hopefully inspire them to do more music. And the reason I'm on the underground sound shows, because Tom and Carl bigged me up and just made me feel like I had a relevance. And the amount of times that Tom, Carl, myself now put a comment out there with that sole purpose to just help people and inspire them a bit more, just makes me feel, like this whole show has this purpose. Are we the best? We're probably not. But
hey,
we are the best. Yeah, you're right.
We are the best. Yeah.
Is the show relevant? It definitely is. So when we review something, it's with a passion. Anyway, so now I'll move on, because I just wanted to get that bit in there. My shout out is Paul Kimble and American Dreams. I did like that track. I really, really did like that track. I really did. But there were 3 others that we've all talked about. So the next 3 that I'm going to give as my top 3 aren't going to be a terrible surprise, because we've all just mentioned them. So I will go back to Paul though and say that American Dreams track is a great solid track, and it really I really enjoyed it. And the only reason it's not up in my top 3 is just because of my own personal tastes, and it is my own personal tastes, but it was a solid track. So in my top 3, I've got number 3, Jake Thompson, Lifeline. It just was such a pro sounding, radio friendly track, and yeah, we might have heard it on the radio. I'm just not sure. We're just not sure. But it was a good, solid, pro-sounding track. Number 2 for me is Svain's California. again, a really, really good track. Solid production, sweet sound, loved it. Now, for me, number one in it is just down to my own personal taste, because I love this kind of music, is Johnson Forest and Notre Dame. And I just thought that again was so beautifully delivered and so beautifully produced. And I just want to put one final comment on this, because I don't think I've known a show that we've done that has pretty much such a solid production value consistently pretty much through every single track. And it's really put a bit of a curveball on it, because we have had some beautiful sounding music here. Not only are they nicely constructed, nicely performed, nicely delivered, but the production values on these tracks have been damn good. They're proper good sounding recordings, and it does make a difference. You know, do that, get that pro sound if you can. I know budget sometimes doesn't always do it, so don't worry if it isn't always perfect. We'll still listen, but every now and then, you know, if we say go give it a bit of pro polish, do so, because it does make a difference.
Absolutely.
That's my bit.
Absolutely. As we mentioned here, there's no hate towards anybody. And again, we're just three idiots talking about our about our own personal preferences. So hopefully you do agree with us on some things, but I do recommend, obviously, that what
I just read Rob's comment. Oh dear, sorry.
Oh my God, you gotta for that shit. Okay, I guess you.
That was only an hour and a half ago.
Oh my God.
You can even put the J at the front of just.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, did I not?
Nope.
I get tired.
We're all like thinking, "Oh, UST, is that like LOL?"
Ultra strong tissue. Whatever the case may be. Oh, please, folks, do remember to visit the video description below and show all of these musicians some love. You can also link up with the host of your favorite underground show here, which is obviously the Underground Sound. I am DJ Sec. With me, as always, are two absolutely handsome gentlemen, I gotta tell you, Carlos Fandango and Smart Monkey, along with Pharaoh the Frog, Saki, and Owl. And now we know Saki's name, actually. We should say Cedric. So together we are all putting the us back into music.
So please do like, subscribe, and share, and we will find the music that you... I can't remember. Is it love?
Don't do the anus this time.
Love to hear.
There you go.
And don't forget to click on the little bell so you get all the notifications on whenever Tom uploads. Do you want to do it? Well, you like it like a budgie.
I was sounding like Jingle Bells for a second.
Yeah. It's like a little budgie. So you get the notifications on whenever Tom uploads any new Underground Sound videos. Which
it just seemed to be that little moment there where Owl had done his bit.
Oh, surplus to
back in the trunk you go, huh? Carl's like Carrot Top with a trunk that all these little props in there.
Oh, it's
I haven't
harsh,
seen
like Hollywood here, just like Hollywood.
I'll tell you, I haven't seen the pecker of Ebb and Flow anytime recently. But please, folks, once again, for the Underground Sound, DJ Seg, Smart Monkey, Carlos Fandango. Let's see. What did I do? What did I do last week? Do you remember? I do Bonnois. Guten Nachten.
Peace out, brothers and sisters.
Potatoes are particularly flying this time of year. Goodbye.
See you later. Ta-ta.